Hi Aquarius, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. We're going to begin in Pull Some Oracle and then move on to the tarot per usual. But as we proceed with the reading, do keep in mind this is meant to be for the next 48 for you, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But let's do some shuffling and jump right into it. I'm hearing you're kind of over it, whether it's a job situation, a relationship, maybe a friendship or two. It could be a family matter or two. I feel like you, for some, it's where you're living. Wouldn't be surprised if that message is coming through for some of us drawn to the reading in more than one way, for more than one situation that you're tied up in, at least for now. And I feel like if it's meant to continue, things will work itself out. You'll figure things out. The truth will prevail is what I'm getting. Okay, it's not for everybody, but I do sense that a lot of us drawn to the reading, like myself, have a temporary situation or two at hand, and you're kind of over it. Doesn't mean you're not making the best. It doesn't mean you're not succeeding through it or finding the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's just, yeah, I feel like there's something better on the horizon, or things are meant to switch up in some way, shape, or form. For Aquarius, when you don't feel fulfilled within a situation, it's your system and even spirit saying, well, there's something better on the horizon, or just things do inevitably have to change, like we were just saying. And so don't be surprised if the next 2 days highlight when you're just not feeling fulfilled, or there might be a moment or two where you don't feel like you fit in, and spirit's saying it's not always a bad thing to not fit in or to feel you're aligned with the situation. It just means there's more out there for you, or it's different once again. And I'm getting the question, do you really want to fit in? That's a question you might need to ponder upon for a hot second. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. There's a warrior vibe about you, and I'm not surprised. This has come up in my Aquarius readings time and time again, but I feel like you are armed and ready for battle at certain points, but Spirit's saying let down your guard. Doesn't mean strategically lose that strategy and share everything that's going on behind closed doors or within you, or that you're contemplating or getting ready for. But it means that this overguarded way of being at times will prevent you from connecting with people to the best of your ability and the way you're meant to, or succeeding as much as you could be with that opportunity or just situation in general. But I feel like this also is preparing you in a sense for what you're ready to embark upon and what you're meant to move forward towards. And I sense there's progress being made in regards to getting closer to that. But I feel like there's an expectance of obstacles, difficulties, and I don't feel like you're wrong when it comes to that, but expecting them too much may just enhance the negative aspect of whatever it is for you. There's a sense of you being pushed to remember to keep or put your crown back on, and a sense of you being a star in the eyes of others, and remembering your worth throughout the week when people compliment you, praise you, push you forward, remind you of how important you truly are. But staying focused, hold the course. And so these two very much giving a similar kind of vibe, where it's this motivating kind of week, where if you find a lack of motivation at certain points, or even recently for a lot like myself, just being very much non-existent at certain points, and it's like, what is going on here? For me, I know it has a lot to do with where I'm living, the energy here, and it kind of leaving me a bit lackluster and weighed down. For you, it could be who you're connected to, where you're working. It could be a habit or two potentially playing into it all the meanwhile, even if it's something else completely being the larger issue at hand. But stay focused, my friend. You're going to be very, very observant in the next 48 as far as people's mannerisms, how their energy is. If you're an empath like me, it's going to be so difficult not to focus on people's true intentions when they're migrating towards you, flowing towards you, when they're telling you this or that, or you're gaining an opportunity, or somebody even complains about something. And so I feel like this may turn you off in regards to somebody, if not multiple people, or it may just push you to see the true colors of a situation or somebody. But it's a kind of a Three of Wands vibe here. They're saying stay focused even though it's hard not to think about the future, right? The distance, the horizon, a faraway land that you wish to be wrapped up with at this time. But I feel like there's a lot to gain and to learn potentially and potentially to remember with what's at hand. And that's going to be harder to do if you're always focusing on the distant horizon, because that's sooner around the corner or down the line than you think, or you remember at times being so close to certain difficulties or annoyances or imperfections at hand. I hope that made sense because it felt a bit contradicting in the far away and close up sort of imagery I painted. But anyways, great adventure, talking about take a risk, venture forward. I mean, they all very much talk about you being a very, mystical sort of adventure or warrior once again. You could be thinking about travel, Tauruses too, this, surrounding these 2 days. But I feel like you're thinking about venturing towards something of great importance for you, all right? I also feel like you're being pushed to remember a great adventure from your past that didn't go as planned. Some it was more positive in the end than others, but or maybe it was a combination of both. But there's a great importance for you to remember this because there's something you forgot, and that will help you moving forward. But clear the past, heal the present. I feel like you have healing energy being drawn to this reading, and if you don't, you're able to help people in certain ways, or in one major way in the next 48 that's going to really bring that importance to your vibe, to your energy, that's going to bring the praise and compliments, the reminders towards you that I feel like you really need at this time for whatever reason. But I feel as if beneath the surface lies great bounty. There's treasures in the next 48 as far as what you observe, what you focus on, opportunities left and right. I do feel like when there isn't enough chance to succeed, to gain more treasure, whatever the case may be, more growth for some, I feel like there's something else to gain, to learn, to remember. And so recognize that every moment in the next 48 and surrounding it has something truly important to offer. Very interesting beginning. Let's do some shuffling and see what we get from the tarot deck. Look at that. The Magician and the Queen of Swords at the split deck. I really feel like the next 2 days are highlighting the fact that you can't help but think about what you're manifesting cutting out of your situation, or you're manifesting something really great for you moving forward, whatever that ends up being for you. But what do we need to cut out to support that, to make it happen more smoothly, to make sure you have more than enough moving forward? Right? So like, are you overspending and you have something that's going to cost you money for the future? Just an example. That's going to be something you need to cut out. Are you putting your guard up and pushing away opportunities to connect with that person or potential suitors, but you want that relationship moving forward? There's something about your habits, or one in particular, that needs to be minimalized and eventually cut out for the, I want to say, I'm getting protection, but the out of support for what lies ahead, inevitably, what's destined. The Emperor. Yeah, you have this very methodical, strategic, planned out sort of vibe about you, but you can't map out every detail of whatever adventure we're speaking upon, whatever change, chapter that lies ahead for you. Thinking about where to put your game piece next is very much important and will benefit you greatly, but there are certain factors that are meant to be whimsical, meant to be sporadical, and just kind of come to be, and you're meant to flow with how things are meant to proceed. And so pairing that nicely with that methodical, planned out, strategic side of you, that analytical side, if I didn't say it already, will guarantee you a beautiful adventure ahead. Okay. I mean, I know that some people do like plan out vacations and stuff, trips to a T, and it works to their advantage and works for them. But in this case, Spirit's saying that's not the best route. I'm not saying it's a vacation. I'm saying it's a move to a new place of residence, or a new career situation, or it could be that new situation as far as dating goes, or a new commitment otherwise with somebody already dating. Okay, these are meant to be in the upright. The Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles, where you put your effort in the next 48 is going to truly benefit you, all right? And this will benefit you either way, if you don't, even if you don't realize it, towards moving forward towards more. But I just feel like you're marching to the beat of your Aquarian drum when need be, in the way you're meant to, and this is working to your advantage and potentially helping other people. But look at this. Hold the course and watch justice come to be, all right? Balance yourself out when need be, because I feel like things are throwing that balance out of whack at times, and we can't have that being a consistent, out of place kind of aspect of your being. Hope that was worded correctly, but it just feels like all the meanwhile, you're going to be reminded where you don't fit in, and it's going to be hard not to think about what you lack or what you still need, what you desire. But I feel like all the meanwhile where you don't fit in, and even what you lack, once again, is going to remind you of what you want more so, where you're meant to be more so. And I feel like it's going to benefit you greatly, once again, to be in the present moment and to recognize there's a key to acquire in the future, whether it's figurative or literal. And this is going to be of it's going to be of true great importance for you and a stepping stone towards more. Aquarius, I feel like this next 48 teaches you, reminds you, and guides you towards a lot. All right, it's going to be a bright future for you. Just tread carefully and do what you got to do, but flow with things all the meanwhile. Okay, so I hope this is truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your next 48, and I'll definitely see you next time.